A spring note on Christianity. A new one. I'm reading through a book about world religions, and I finished the chapter on Judaism. I must confess I skipped through the last pages of that chapter because it dealt with some procedures, rituals, circumcision, bar mitzvah, and on. And there's a name also for the girl. It's not just for the boy. But anyway, I'm not so interested in the details. I try and get the big picture and eventually reach an epiphany. So it's more of a more the interest of a man looking for answers, trying to find the absolute truth rather than information about dates, as I mentioned, specific operations executed during one ritual or another. In terms of Christianity, the debut of this part is very interesting. It does have information, dates, Jesus, disputes, the Council of Nicaea, the 1054 Big Schism, and some that I confess didn't know, like the fact that Catholics account for about half of all Christians. We have a few 100 million Orthodox, and then, if I'm not mistaken, something like 700-800 million Protestants that are divided into so many churches. Beyond these facts, it's interesting to find beliefs, to learn about um, some of the early sects and how they split. They tried then to reunify, but they have not been able to. The Pope, the Catholics that recognize him as representative of God on earth, a fact that is not admitted, not recognized in Orthodox Eastern religion. And of course Luther with his reform, the revolutionary, if you will, idea that there is no need for anyone or anything between the believer, the Christian, and God. Termina. For me, as a layman and as an atheist, trying to find again and again, I need to say that not as much as the evidence. I understand that there is and there will be no evidence, or if there is, it's within, and it's the belief that makes you see the light in her. It's I still don't have it, and I still have fun when I watch Bill Maher, for instance, or Ricky Gervais making fun of Christianity. It is indeed interesting to think of the very name. If I would say I'm Christian, I mean, I was born as a Christian and I still have thoughts and an inclination, and it's sometimes bizarre, even if, of course, there is this aspect that I was indeed raised, born as a Christian, and in this part of the world, uh, the culture, the background, the tradition is so important, and it's almost everywhere I look, that it does have an impact on me. And even if I deny uh, his divinity, or his sons, and then the Holy Trinity and the Holy Ghost, and there are complications there too. Tolerance. Uh, the cries continues rather, and they're again, with the warm weather beginning to annoy me as a non-Christian, and they're some sort of Christians, Seventh Day Adventist, whatever, and they have these songs we hear once in a while, but why don't they think of the neighbor? Okay, do not love me, love thy neighbor, but respect me, and don't make me listen on and on and on and on, and shouts, cries, curses sometimes. Uh, and on That's also a question of education, poverty, and I'm getting out of religion now. Sorry for that. Even if my point was that they should, if they're Christians, they should behave better and try not to. But that's part of the problem. One of the problems, as expressed by Nathaniel Branden in his Psychological Effects of Religion: have as many children as God gives you, no matter what. And it's in Monty Python, of course, that famous scene when this woman has, I don't know, 120 kids. No, she can't, because of the biological limits, but as many as biology would allow. Here, two rooms, but 35 people and 72 kids. I don't know. So it's Christianity has quite a few things that annoy me, indeed, at this point.